So we're going to talk about the one of the Linux desktops, XFCE, and its default panels. This is not going to be a configuration or customization video, as that's a long subject. You can configure them all different ways. But this is just the panels. We're going to look at these, and then we're going to look at what they are in default and what the options on them do. So the panels that we're talking about are top side up here across the top of the screen and the bottom side down here. Some of the older versions, I only remember seeing this bottom panel, and that's why I'm going to focus on it first, because it's very important and significant, but so is the top. They did sometimes have some of the items that you'll see on the top down here at the bottom. So one of these items here is to minimize all your windows. That's this first button here, and that allows you to easily access your desktop and do whatever else you want to do on that. So I can just go in here and grab a new file, open it if it's over here on my desktop, and then I can restore everything up. You can also access all your folders in your home right in here. So you can access your home, or you can access your, and this is another thing too that we're going to look at, your desktop. So I can go in here and open up my desktop here, either in the terminal or in a new folder here. And then this is the file manager. So you'll notice in here too, on the file manager, it's empty. But here I have some other things that are on my desktop. It's because they aren't actually in the file system. These are just drawn as a part of the desktop's program. But when we see it in the file manager there, it's not in that desktop. So we've also got another way to access the file manager more directly here. Now, you've got two separators, and these guys are very important. That's part of the reason why they were some of the things that you'll find on almost all of the old and the default XFCE desktops, because from here you can command and control your whole computer and the world. Now, how to do all that, that's going to be a whole series of other videos. There's a lot to it. But one of the things too was the file manager can be accessed right here, and you can go in and you can see your desktop there too. But this is a different application. It's the desktop itself that's drawing these guys in here. And there are settings that you can use to add or remove things to your desktop as well that are not really there. And you've got your terminal emulator. Now they call it an emulator because it's not an actual terminal itself. The terminal itself is actually going to run your whole screen, and you're not going to be able to run it in a window because it's going to be controlling the whole screen. So the emulator allows me to put this into a window, and I like running things in Windows because Linux works everything off of the main parent process, and everything needs its parent process all the way down to the root. Only the root process is able to run by itself. Everything else depends on its parent to stay running. So here we're just going to go ahead and take a look here at let's just go on in real quick and go into the desktop, and I'm going to create it with, might as well just create it directly. And I'm going to create a text file, and we will see that up here. I'm going to roll this window up, and you can see it's just appeared right there. Okay, it's in my desktop folder. Now, if I go on in and edit that. Or I just open up a, something here. Not necessarily going to edit it, but I'm just going to open this to show the concept here about why I like to run things in a terminal. Now here I've got some extra outputs. I would not have seen it otherwise, and this is not all that crucial. But the thing is I now have a tree that I can control. So if this notepad went out of control, I wanted to shut it down. I couldn't shut it down by its normal means. I don't have to shut down my whole computer or try and find it in the processes or open up a whole program to terminate other programs, or give it a kill signal and hope it responds, and whatever else it be. I don't have to go in through all that. If I'm running it in the I don't have to go through the time of opening up a task manager to shut it down, or finding its process and giving it a terminate. What now happens is the terminal emulator is running my my bash shell, and my bash shell is running whatever I launched in it. In that case, I launched Mousepad, which is my text editor. I launched my text editor through it, which means now if I simply close this window, it can't survive either. I just killed it. So that's one extra plus with using the terminal. But the terminal is accessible there, as is the file manager is accessible on these two. Your web browser sits right here. That's whatever your default browser is. These are all defaults. Your default browser is going to be launched with that. And the application finder. So the terminal can open up any program. You can run a terminal script, open up any program there, open up with additional options that you might not normally have over here with other programs. I can access all my files. I can access the internet. I can even access other computers with the terminal depending on what programs I launch. In the application finder, this allows me to search every application on my computer and find whatever I want to launch. I can search by category, I can search by everything, and I can open up whatever I choose to open with that application finder. So I've got access to my programs in a number of different ways in the terminal or the application finder. I've got access to my desktop and files, and more of my files, and access to the internet through the terminal and through the web browser. So that there is, I can open up anything I need to from that. That's why it's there. It's kind of a central hub, allows you to open up everything and get started. And in that case, we will just get rid of him, right? So, top bar. Here's another applications menu. Now, we've got the application finder. We can go in that way, or we can go into the applications menu and also open up all of our programs. I can run a program. I can just open up whatever I just want to type on in. Just kind of curious. It's going to, now, it won't do a display. It's not a console command. So it will require that I do a GUI program to open it. So I just type in the name of the program, and I could probably also type in so I could probably also type in other options. That's kind of what I was getting at with that. Is you can type in other like probably Firefox. And so there it is. It's trying to open up. Now I'm not connected to the internet right now while I'm doing this, but it would have opened up. It would have opened up Google in Firefox. That's what we did there. So you can run it with options there, or you can run it with options in the terminal emulator. And these are all the same options as were down on the bottom bar, except for that the mail reader is replaced with the application finder. And I have all my settings. That's my whole control panel. And I've got a good settings manager, which I can go through there. It just depends on what software programs that you have on here. And you've also got your logout options over here. Workspace switcher. This would be any programs that are opened would be appearing over here. So as I open up a file manager window, I have the ability to see that. I can minimize it, I can open it, I can close it. Workspace switcher, I can switch back and forth between workspaces. And I have another video I'm planning on doing about organizing your tasks within a Linux desktop environment such as XFCE. I've got a clock. Probably also has a calendar if you click on it. Yes. Notification area, as well as your shutdown options here as well. So those are what your panels by default look like. On another video, I'm going to show how we can change these and make them exactly what we want them to be like. Thank you for watching.